We need to collect.
Welcome, everyone, here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. We'll see the Indiana Pacers taking on the San Antonio Spurs. Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Jermaine O'Neal out there with Daniels. Then there's Danny Granger. Then it's George, and it's Lewis in at the point guard position. Now, here's Parker. Back to Duncan. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Leonard, no luck. Now, here is George. Daniels kicks to Granger. They set the pick for three. Hits it from three-point range.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensive.
Got that one up quick.
You see the competitor in Leonard matching. The three from the other end.
Nobody near Granger. Three-pointers off the mark.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Bangs home the trifecta.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And it's the Pacers ball. Lewis dishes to Daniels. Over Robinson. Daniels, no good. And it's Parker with the ball, bringing it up for San Antonio. Lays it up off the glass.
Taking the contact, still able to score. Tony Parker, impressive work there.
They're having trouble stopping this run.
And the more trips they continue to come up empty, the more the pressure builds on them.
Lewis a screen on Gervin. George passes to Lewis. A shot's good on the assist by George.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
And here's Leonard from three. And again, it's San Antonio with a three.
Leonard scores at all three levels. He's a threat anywhere on the floor.
Lewis kicks to George. A rebound by the Spurs. A three from Leonard. It dropped for his third basket. He's missed only one shot.
Such a smart offensive player. Leonard understands when to rise up there off the dribble.
So timeout call here, the first for Indiana. And so George will bring it up for Indiana. 7-point differential. From 20 feet out. Jump shot is good.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Parker. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Pacers trail by 5. Three-pointer. Granger. It's hauled in by Duncan. It's Gervin on the wing. Lewis covering. Drills it from outside. Gervin's got 6 points.
You got to get out on George Gervin. Extend that D. The Iceman's got in the gym range, folks.
Here's Lewis. Robinson pulls it in. Spurs leading by 8. Parker looking around. In the corner, Gervin with it. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Nobody near George. And once again off the mark by Indiana. Here's San Antonio now. They're on a 17-4 run. And Leonard gets it to go.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway. And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
And here's Leonard from 3. And it's good in the assist by Parker.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Now, here's George. Fires the 3. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Hits the three-point bomb.
Yeah, they've built up this lead 3 points at a time.
And I like the strategy. It's a great strategy. Bury those threes early, and it'll open up the inside for him later on.
And here's George. Kawhi Leonard getting his 3 to go. Here's Lewis, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
First team foul.
The Pacers shooting their first free throws of the game.
Freddie Lewis taking 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Lewis. Some changes for Indiana. McGinnis, he's checked in for O'Neal. Artest comes in for Danny Granger. And it's Oladipo in for George. And both free throws good for Lewis.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Here's Aldridge. And it's Daniels with the rebound. Pacers trail by 13. Here's Lewis. And the layup's good off the glass. Lewis has got 6 points.
Worked that one inside nicely.
Here's Dampier. Nailed from three-point land.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
To the inside. It's hauled in by LaMarcus Aldridge. San Antonio leading by 14. Here's Dampier. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3. And so it's Indiana with it. Oladipo right side. Pass to McGinnis. Outside Artest. Good work there as it goes.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. Spurs lead by 15. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for San Antonio.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
And I think we've also got to talk about the tempo they've played with right from the get-go. I mean, they've been deadly in transition, too.
Spurs leading by 15. We've got Ginobili. Aldridge out there with Robinson. Then there's Dampier. And it's Keenan in at the small forward. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs.
You know, he's going to continue to bury those if that's how they're going to DM up.
San Antonio with the rebound. Fires the three. And it's Daniels with the rebound. Pacers trail by 18. To the middle. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
For Indiana, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. Tony Parker's checked in for San Antonio. Lewis checked in for Indiana. And the second free throw, good. Here's Parker. Puts up a 3. And it's Daniels with the rebound. Daniels has got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Oladipo. Outside for Lewis. And it's off from three-point range. Spurs leading by 17. Here's Parker. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. Robinson's got 3 assists in the game. Parker against Lewis. That ball is in the basket. Now he's shot 6 and made 3 of them.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
He was all alone on that one. Parker's got 7 points in the game.
And a nice job of reading the defense there on the pull-up from Parker.
Now Lewis, 8 points for him. Oladipo outside, tries it from 19. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Lets it go from deep. Aldridge misses.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
To the paint. And McGinnis throws it down.
What nice timing on these jumps. He's somewhat on the small side for a power forward, but he just never gives up.
Here's Parker. And that one's drained from the low block. 9 points in the game so far.
Despite his size, Parker's got the speed and the ball skills to be a successful scorer inside.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the NBA has split its draft into 2 days. The league's executive VP and head of operations, Joe Dumars, says rosters have expanded and they're seeing a larger influx of talent, a lot of times from the second round. This format will do justice to those slept-on players. Kevin?
Yeah, good stuff, D.A. Some Hall of Famers from that second round, for sure. Oladipo, the jump shot from the baseline is right on target.
Oladipo getting it going right now. I love seeing it. Devastating from this area on the court.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. Three minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Here's Lewis. San Antonio with the rebound. Parker outside. Launches it. A new 14-second shot clock for San Antonio. Buries the long-range jumper. Durbin's got 9.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
George with the bucket.
That last 3 must have bothered George a little bit. He goes to the arc with a purpose and fires off his answer.
And it's good for 2.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Now, here is O'Neal. Still scoreless. Count it. Spurs leading by 18. Parker outside. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Parker's ability to stretch it, it really forces the defense to contest him from out there.
No good with the layup. A minute 42 left in the first half. "16 feet away. Bougie with the rebound.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
A minute 20 left in the first half of basketball. Robinson passes to Duncan. And Robinson gets it to go on the assist from Duncan. Robinson's got his first points of the game. Here's Bougie. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
And here's George for three. San Antonio with the rebound. Duncan's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Dampier, good on the triple. Dampier's got 12 in the game.
Oh, great pass from Robinson, scanning the floor there and spotting the open teammate.
Here's George, and it's Paul George with the finish.
And you know what? For me, these dunks show exactly how great an athlete George is. I mean, sometimes you're surprised that the basket doesn't come down with the force he punches it with.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Parker inside, Lewis covering, and that one's good. Parker.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off. And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
We've got 13 seconds left here in the second. Dampier kicks to Duncan. In the corner, Gervin with it. Here's Parker. That's in, coming off the assist from Gervin. He's got 18.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half. Quality shots, not wasting possession.
And so it's San Antonio in very good shape with a 23-point lead at the end of the quarter. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. We'll return shortly.
They're measuring up the shot.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been a clinic from Tony Parker.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And, you know, that's not a job they ask him to do very often, but in the first half, I thought he was in perfect sync with his teammates.
On the court for Indiana, they've got Lewis. Daniels out there with O'Neal. Then there's Danny Granger. And it's George in at the two guard. They get it again. Daniels, no good. And the Spurs with possession. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 25. Sinks the triple.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long-distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Outside Lewis. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And that one's good. Parker.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
Here's San Antonio now. Robinson dishes to Duncan. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Cracks in the tray. Parker's got two now from beyond the arc in the third for the Spurs. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Lewis against Parker. It's rebounded by David Robinson. Robinson's got 6 rebounds now in the game. A three from Leonard. And again, it's San Antonio with a three.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Now, here is O'Neal. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And this is where O'Neal goes to work. The closer he's to the rim, the more dangerous he becomes.
And here's Leonard from three. Good for the basket, number 9. He's only missed 2 shots from the floor all night.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
Daniel takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Here's Duncan. It's rebounded by Indiana. Daniels has got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Lewis. That will fall for his 7th bucket, 7 for 15 in this game.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this.
Leonard, that's for 2. O'Neal with the rebound. Here's Indiana. Inside. And the dunk by O'Neal.
What a nasty finish that was. O'Neal playing with a little attitude right now.
The drive by Duncan. Count that bucket.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
He takes it in. Lewis gets the bucket. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. It's Parker outside. It's good from long range. Parker's got 29 in the game.
And looking like Parker is in that zone.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The game is certainly going international. Commissioner Adam Silver says, with basketball's exponential growth, it's now truly a global game. We're fortunate that the very best in the world want to play in a single league. And Kevin, the NBA continues to draw talent from all corners of the globe.
And David, you've been all over the globe, and the talent level, undeniable. Robinson, that's good.
Oh, I love Robinson's motor. He's somebody that refuses to quit on the offensive glass.
Down low. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
Now Robinson, following the miss by Granger from deep. Parker with it. He has 29. Latrey. Leonard looking over the floor. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
This is how dominant Leonard can be. And once he finds his comfort zone, he keeps his foot on the gas.
Now here's Lewis. He's got 19. Got that bucket in no time at all. George has got 12 points in the game.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Gervin passes to Duncan. Parker outside. That's good, and so Duncan with the assist.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Down it goes!
Take that rack down!
What a slam!
George doing a nice job driving with physicality there, seeking out that contact.
24 seconds left to play here in the third. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
Boy, that was a thing of beauty by Parker.
Lewis against Parker. Lewis misses. Duncan's to Gervin. Parker outside. He got it up. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's San Antonio sitting pretty as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead all the way up there at 35 points. From the field, they... And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. They've got Aldridge. Dampier is out there with Ginobili. Then there's Wembanyama. And it's Keenan in at the 3 spot. That's the San Antonio 5.
And standing easily over 7 feet. When Wemby gets that ball near the hoop, literally nothing a defender can do.
They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Keenan's shot is good.
Ginobili is such a solid passer. Drops a dime whenever he can for a ready shooter.
George looking over the floor. And George with the stop.
Hitting the afterburners to get the easy slam.
Just over a minute played here in the 4th. Aldridge kicks to Dampier. Wembanyama passes to Dampier. Ginobili dishes to Dampier. 3-pointer. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Well, he's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
And it's George missing. Here's Keenan. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
Well, you know, that's exactly their plan here in the 4th. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some threes. You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Here's Wembanyama. Good, and Aldridge gets the assist. Wembanyama's got 4 points in the quarter. Now, here is George. He's covered closely. Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
George takes the contact, but good body control there allows him to finish.
Here's Ginobili, and it's San Antonio with another.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket. The bounce, the creativity, the strength. When Oladipo rises up, he's looking to punch it down as hard as he can.
And it's slammed in by Ginobili.
And he just elevates and powers in the one-hander.
Textbook.
I'm glad he didn't go overboard and try to do too much there.
Outside, Lewis sinks the 3-pointer. Lewis has got 9 points here in the second half. Lewis has gotten 2 of his 5 attempts from deep to go. Here's Aldridge, and another basket for San Antonio.
What a luxury to have Manu on your team. I mean, he's pretty much a 6'6" point wing, always creative.
Here's George. George controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Tremendous hustle, working hard for that bucket.
McGinnis against Aldridge. Pass to Ginobili. Over Oladipo. It's rebounded by Indiana.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
And here's George for 3.
Larry Keenan. First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Three-pointer, Granger. It's hauled in by Ginobili. And so it's Ginobili bringing it up now for San Antonio. Shoots. Dampier, no good. George against Ginobili.
George continuing to become a better passer. That's one area that's clearly improved over his career.
Daniels has gotten it done so far from the field tonight, making 4 of his 6 attempts. 1:37 left to play here in the fourth. Kept alive. He goes up again, and it's blocked.
Respect the reach of Gilmore because it's extensive. Makes blocking shots look really easy.
Shots good by Dampier.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Guys, when you're this hot, it's elementary. Let it fly. Keep staying at it.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop.
And the crowd got their jaws dropped on that one. Total disbelief.
And they pick up 2. 1:07 left in the game. And he drives in. Here's Daniels. And the rejection by Wembanyama.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
And you know what? That tells the story in a lot of games, guys. And here you go. It's telling the story tonight, too.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
O'Neal misses.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Lewis down low. He's against Dampier. Lewis gets the bucket.
Taking it up strong against size. He does not lack for confidence.
That's well done there. I mean, don't even give him a chance to get to the block. Get in tight and finish at the rim.
Here's Dampier. Jacks up a 3. It counts. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had